Well, hello, hello, hello. Maybe you guys can hear me if I actually unmute myself. Ah, look, y'all, it's a miracle. I actually started on time. Hey, Grace, how's it going? Hey, Nikki, how you doing? Y'all, man, what has been going on with this week? I can't. I just can't, y'all. Oh, hey, April. I think Juju finally got her power back. She should be rolling in here soon. So I was very worried about that. And yeah, so give it a minute. Then I'll start yapping about everything. I finally remembered to turn the lights off on the aquariums, so letting the fish actually get some sleep. I'm sure they're gonna enjoy that. Hopefully get some mating done while they're in the dark. Fish keeping after dark. But yeah, I'm just y'all this week. Got YouTubers that can't vet sources. You got YouTubers that can't take accountability, and I mean, is it the same? I guess it's the same shit, different day. Same day, different no, same shit, different day. Gary is doing good. He's snailing himself around the tank. In a few minutes, I'll pop the aquarium cam up. Y'all can see him. He's been hanging out on the wood earlier. You know. Yeah, I was kind of worried. Uh, I was kind of worried that I was going to end up falling asleep before my stream. I was like, man, I can't fall asleep before my own stream. uh, yeah, I've got one mystery snail out of the whole bunch that's a different color, and I was like, well, you know what? That one's going to be Gary. So hopefully we'll have some baby fish soon. Yeah. I told you we'd have a Juju pretty soon. With power, no doubt. So, y'all, I was thinking, maybe we should all, invest in some ukuleles. Well, no, because I don't want to be like that. Never mind. I'll just, no. So, I got thoughts on a lot of things. Hey, Mrs. C. And April, did I say hey? Hey, April. Sorry, y'all. I am tired. I am so tired. It's been a long weekend. It really has been a long weekend because I started keeping the kiddos again. So this was the second week on kiddo watch. Don't know how long I'm going to keep doing that. By the way, yeah, we'll see. I saw bits and pieces of Petty Page's response to that ukulele song, and oh my goodness, that I was like, I have to watch that. I was like, I just haven't had a chance to sit down and watch. I've like caught bits and pieces of everything here and there, but I just like when my favorite though was Adam's response with his ukulele, and he's like, I can't even play this thing. It's like, how do I even play this? AC. Oh, so yeah, I'm like she's all like trying not to like okay, like I don't believe anyone should be canceled. I've been thinking about this a lot over the past couple of months. But there are some people out here who are really dangerous, and they're the ones that can't take accountability. Hey, Sean. And you know, as a parent, if I had found out like any of this kind of stuff that happened to these kids had happened to my kid, I would be just flabber. I would be mad at myself because I didn't catch it. But you know, I was watching a Swoops documentary and a couple of other people, and I think it was also who was it that I was watching? Emily D. Baker, and she was like, when you have a teenager and they're hiding things from you because they know they really shouldn't be doing this, how are you to know? So my thing is, as an adult, and especially when you have children or you're around children, if they're not your kids, you don't talk to them a certain way. And like it's okay, like it's a difference when you're discussing like the birds and the bees with your kids and what Miranda Sings was doing, because she was like, "Oh, I'm like the aunt that wants to teach." No, you weren't. No, you weren't. In my opinion, that's totally not what you were doing, and you knew it. And oh yeah, Emily D. Baker did address it. I'll send you the link. Um, actually, you know what? I'll drop the link now. You know what? Let me find my phone. Um, hey, Sean. Um, because she did say a lot of stuff, and it really was, you know, she knew better. She knew better, in my opinion, and a lot of kids were hurt. And it's the fact that she did the whole ukulele thing and talking about how she took accountability, but yet she's not going to take accountability. Um, and how she changed, but yet there's still allegations coming out that happened after she was called out. So how did you change? So okay, Fish Nerd, essentially I'm gonna give you the long and short of it. Okay. There is a big YouTuber um, who goes by she has a character Miranda Sings, and she yeah, yeah, the Muppet Lady with the little guitar. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, just yeah, she's a creep. And it upsets me because it's like, yeah, it is. It's drama, and it's bad drama. It's bad drama because it involves kids, and you don't mess with kids. And then you've got um yeah, her. Yeah. I love Muppets. I don't like Colleen Ballinger though. Um yeah, you can't say you've changed. Yeah. Yeah, you can't do that. It change takes time. It takes effort, which she has done none. She you know, I don't it's frustrating, and it's like the more she says, the angrier I get. And it's very frustrating. It's like, if I didn't like fish so much, I'd slap her with one. Not really. Okay. Hypothetically. It's like, the little Veggie Tale cartoons, with the fish slappers. You know, it's like that. But please don't go around slapping people with fish. Forget I said that. That was bad. Yeah. Uh, yeah. All those things that you're supposed to say. Like my kids, okay, even my kids, um, because at first when I saw her, because I didn't see like any of the bad, the stuff that was like really bad. Like occasionally I'd catch a funny snippet of her here and there, and then I showed my kids to her, and they were like, "Oh no, mom, no, we don't, no." And I kind of like, yeah, my kids kind of were on the right track on that one. Yes, that one. No, don't slap a fish. That would hurt the poor little fishy. Yeah, you know, and what's sad is like there's got to be, if you think about what the people who were involved are saying, and she's been doing this for years, and there's been worldwide tours, that would mean that there has to be a lot more victims. So that's the horrific part for me. And see, this is why I don't really like to cover like the whole true crime stuff too, because it's like I can, if it's adults, like I'm good with it. But once you drag kids into it, that's just when I get angry. And I don't like to be an angry person, you know. And yeah, I feel so bad about all your groceries, Juju. Um, and as a parent, and I know if my kids came to me and said, "Look, this happened to me," I'd feel like a big crappy parent for not protecting my kids better. So, like, there's more victims than just the victims out there. And yeah, hey Teresa, you finally made it, yay! Um, uh, oh, but yeah, and it's been a wild weekend. And then I don't like to talk about KJ. I've always kind of said I wouldn't touch on it, but I've been looking at the cease and desist that got sent, and if all of this isn't like been um like if it's all legit, like nothing's been tampered with, and the people that have released the pictures and the statements, I don't believe would do that. So I kind of believe like it's happened. Like YouTube's been informed, Meta's been informed. Um, the person says they're going to go forward with a lawsuit. That's another lawsuit. Like how many do you get? You know, it's like I didn't wear my glasses. I should have worn some glasses. Oh yeah, the govern yourself to KJ. That was kind of funny. Oh, Sean. Oh, cool. Then I will definitely. I'm gonna try to stay awake for that because I have been trying to get my sleep schedule back on order, and I'm still not caught up there yet. Um, I don't even think I went to sleep until 6 a.m. this morning. Well, okay, no, I take that back. I fell asleep during Claire's stream, and then I woke up, and then I was up, and then I fell back asleep, and then I woke up, and then I fell back asleep. So I haven't had like a solid amount of sleep yet. And then I decided that, I would go shopping on a Sunday, and oh my goodness, that was a mistake. I went to PetSmart, y'all, and that was my first mistake. My first big mistake was going to PetSmart. And I went there for a very specific reason. I wanted to get Mr. and Mrs. Whiskers some tank buddies, right? Because I have moved them into their own little, love nest of a tank. And I get there and I can't buy any fish. And then it really upset me because I get to this one tank and it's this whole tank of like albino Corridoras, and they were on sale for $2 each. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna get that. But then I remembered, oh no, they don't have enough staff to be able to sell me a fish. It's like, I'm like, come on, I just want to buy some fish for my aquariums. And then the filter that I wanted, that was that said online it was in stock, was not in stock. They had none. They didn't even have like the next size up or the next size down of it either. So it's like I just give up here. But they did have a cute little hamster, and he was adorable. Like this little guy kept like running up to my hand, like, please get me out of this cage. Please take me home. And he was like the cutest little winter white guy. And I was like, oh, cool, we're going to get that. No, it also applied to any of the animals. They couldn't do fish. They couldn't do birds. They couldn't do the reptiles. And they couldn't do the rodents. I'm like, y'all are killing me here. Like, I was like, I just want the little hamster guy. It was like, I got an aquarium that's like big enough for him. It's like the biggest Casa de Hamster ever. And I get told that. It's like man, I was heartbroken. I was literally heartbroken at PetSmart. I was like, man, I had already gone and like picked up bedding and a little hide for him, water bottle, like the whole 9 yards. Dude was coming home with us until we found out dude was not coming home with us. But in about an hour, I'll know if I want an auction or not. So I might have actually bought some fish today without knowing I actually bought the fish today. So, that happened. But you know what? Yeah, let me grab Emily D. Baker's before I get talking about fish again. Um, and post this little link here because that was actually that said a lot about the whole Colleen Ballinger thing. And I was like, you know what? Yep, that pretty much says it all. Everything I needed to know right there. I think it was under like Law Nerd Reacts, and it was like a clip video of her. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's copy this link. And then, no, I still kind of need YouTube open. Talking to myself again, y'all. Talking to myself. Okay, so we have this really, really fancy um, fish keeping pet store close to me, Nikki. And they have like they have like a lot of specialty fish and critters and everything. And they had some really cool shrimp. And my kids were all like, let's get those. And then I saw like each shrimp was like $50. And then I wondered why. And then I realized they were like saltwater shrimp. And I was like, I probably should not invest in that just yet. Um, you know, see, I'm like that. Like, you know, if you have to do your business, you just put everyone, yeah, it always goes back to fish. Well, I'm trying to make fish babies here. And unfortunately, I'm not equipped to make them myself. I have to wait for the fish to do that. And, um, my neighbors, we did have a very exciting day at home, by the way. I will talk about that. So, on top of like the internet going crazy all week and all that, my sister in law goes to leave. Actually, it started when I got home from the store, right? So we went shopping, went to PetSmart, had my heart broken, went to Walmart, actually got what I needed and got out of there because we actually hit Walmart before the church crowd did. So, um, I was happy about that because they were not busy at all. So we did that. Got a new microphone. I can't make the fish babies myself. Um, I got a new microphone, and apparently my kiddo says it's a good one, so I'll have to try to get it back from the kid. I buy stuff for me, the kid takes the stuff. I don't understand how this keeps happening, except it does. So, me and the youngest kiddo, we get back from shopping. We've got our Starbucks in hand, and no, I'm not using the new microphone yet because the kiddo fell asleep, and I don't know where they put it. So yeah, I'm kind of upset about that one. Like I was gonna use that tonight. Thank you, but yeah. So hopefully Wednesday I will use the new microphone. I got to laugh out of that. It's like Sean just leaves him here, takes off. Okay, so back to my day. We get home and we hear yelling, and I'm like, "What is going on?" Right? And it's our neighbors, and they are just fighting. Um, I mean, it's bad. I mean, the fighting is bad, and I don't like to complain about my neighbors to the community manager because she gets a little extreme. Y'all have heard the stories. Um, and I don't like to call the authorities because, again, if the community manager hears about that, they could lose their home. I don't want anyone to lose their home. I don't know what they're fighting about, but they've been doing this a lot. And it's like the fifth time this week. So we come in and I'm putting the groceries up and we're doing our thing. And my sister in law um, gets Mr. Mousy to take her. Uh, Forgot to turn the phone thingy off, but gets Mr. Mousy to take her to go get uh, some of the pine cat litter because she didn't tell me she needed it. Um, they probably were fighting about fish. Um, Maybe they have too many aquariums, or maybe he bought one too many tanks. Maybe that's what happened. But they left, and the neighbors are fighting. They were gone for an hour and 20 minutes. And I went outside like 30 minutes after they left, and they're fighting still. So I'm like, okay, this is getting a little wild. They get home, and uh, they come in, and they're still fighting. And I make dinner, and they're still fighting. So at this point, I'm like, okay, like it sounds like stuff is getting broke over there. So now it's time where you have to do something, because I know my neighbors across the street weren't home, so they weren't going to hear it. And I don't know if the neighbors beside on the other side of them were home, but we could hear it. My kids don't want to hear this. It's very uncomfortable to hear your neighbors always fighting. When you live in a mobile home, it's like living in an apartment. You can hear everything if it's too loud. So I did call. I was like, I wanted to be left anonymous. Um, and, I just want them to be checked on. So they came, no one got taken away, but the fighting did stop. So at least that happened. So yeah, that's why when I made the schedule, I was like, man, we just got a drama train going, like between the internet, between my neighbors, you know, and I'm really hoping that I don't have to duck. And so it's been a very like it hasn't been a stressful day, but it's been a very tense day around here. And it's a holiday, so I was really expecting once it got dark outside for everything to start blowing up, and them to start blowing off fireworks. And we heard a couple yesterday, and I thought one was a firework, but I think that was actually lightning. So we didn't have too much last night. Um, but tomorrow, I'm kind of worried about you know the poop hitting the fan. You know, it's just you know it's been too quiet. It's like all the neighbors are like holding off. It's like they haven't blown anything up yet. So I'm hoping, like maybe they're all gonna go and watch the fireworks show at Stone Mountain, and and not blow stuff up, here, because it's been dry lately. Well, it rained yesterday, so maybe it won't be that dry. But when we have a lot of pine trees and a lot of like dry grass right now, like I get worried about these people not watching what they're doing. Hey, Melissa Jane, good to see you. I'm still looking for that darn. Oh, I found it. That's what I was doing. I got lost in the talking about. Yeah, it is. It's like eerily quiet. It's like you're expecting those uh you're expecting it and it's just not happening yet. It's like, maybe the inflation, maybe the fireworks are just too expensive, everyone. It's like, food's more important than fireworks. So that's the way I felt about it. Because, yeah, I was like, we can get some sparklers. I told the kiddos, we got bubbles and sparklers. That's our 4th of July this year. So we're doing the discount holiday here. And I don't even know, like, normally when the holiday falls on a like a weekday, um it like they have something on the weekend, and I don't even think they did any type of holiday celebration. Like I didn't see any carnivals, like nothing was going on. So now we did hear, okay, The only thing I have heard, and it was during the day, it's because like if you start like popping these off at night, like the cops will come out, like the M80 type fireworks, the bangers. Uh, those the cops will come out on those because they sound like guns. So we have heard a lot of those, but none of like the big colorful ones. The Yeah, um, it's like I don't think anyone can do them right now because it's just everything's expensive. It's who's got the money, and we used to um we used to do fireworks every year when the kids were younger. Now they just our dog really doesn't like them. Little Inari gets so worked up when they start getting blown off. Like they start blowing stuff up. The poor little dog's like hiding under the bed, and it really didn't bother her until I think last year. She really used to not be bothered by it, and I think once her vision started going, that's when it started to bug her. And yeah, and normally like we'll get the carnivals or they'll do like parades, like just none of that. It's just really weird. So let me see if I can. There we go. Okay. I just dropped a link in the chat, and that is for the Emily D. Baker, the Law Nerd clips about what she said about Colleen Ballinger. If anyone wants to take a look at it, I'd play it, but I don't know how that channel is about, uh, copyright strikes or whatnot. I guess they wouldn't be because they're a clip channel. I don't know. Or how Emily D. Baker is about it. Maybe they have an agreement. So I just dropped that in there. If you want to hear what she had to say about it from a legal standpoint, you know, I did think about taking the kids to Stone Mountain, Georgia, but I that place is expensive, and it's the only place I know of right now besides Atlanta that's doing fireworks, and I don't want to drive into the city. So, and I don't even know if they're going to want to go anyway because they, like I said, they just haven't really been into it anymore. That used to be my dad. That was like that. He'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna have fireworks. Here, let's make some fireworks." My dad would always, oh my goodness, he was a welder. So my dad was a welder, and he would like make little like tubes to put the insides of the fireworks in. Like he'd take them apart and put them in there and make his own fireworks. It was always fun. But thinking back on it, that'd be so dangerous, like super dangerous. You know what? When I get done with the stream, I am gonna go watch the petty, like all of it. Like I said, I saw a clip of it, and thinking about how Petty Page is, it's probably a good one. Um, and outside of Atlanta, we the city of East Point used to do them over this like building called Buggy Works, which we always kind of wondered why they did that because it was a historical building and they were essentially blowing the fireworks off of the roof. And if something went wrong, that whole building was gonna go. Like it was just gonna, all it was gonna take is one spark, and that building was gone. So I always wondered why they did that. Well, no, knowing Petty Page, and I think she did music before. Um, yeah, didn't. It's been so long since I've watched Petty Page, but I think she has a musical background, so that would have to be a good one. Um, like I've seen some people do some questionable things with fireworks. Okay, like go buy them, and then like I said, my dad would take them apart and like just put all of the contents into like a metal pipe and just let it blow up, and it's like that can't be good. Like that can't be safe. It's like, here, kiddo, let just go light that fuse for me. That would be fun. And at least at Stone Mountain, because they do fireworks like nightly with they have like a laser show they do on the face of the mountain. But again, Stone Mountain is it's a controversial type landmark because on the face of it, it's got historical figures carved on the face of it, and people personally, I don't, yeah, I don't know what to think about it because if it's bothering people, you know, and again, but at the same time, people lost their lives to make that monument, so it's a yeah, it's a very political topic, and I don't like getting into political topics because I piss people off when I do. So I'm just gonna leave that one alone. Um, yeah, right, Teresa. Like it's like here, just go like that. It's fine. Oh my goodness, that's uh. I was about to say, I hope it's like I hope that wasn't what you were. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, that is true. You know, everyone's gonna get burned. Hopefully, you don't see anyone, get really hurt. Yeah, sparklers are, my kids love sparklers, but yeah. Oh wow, that's and yeah, you know what, my sister Juju used to do that. My older sister, that's like 10 years older than me. They used to do like that with bottle rockets. Like they shoot them from their hands at each other, and they were just little black cats, so they weren't the big bottle rockets. But I remember once they had a guy shoot one at one of their female friends, and it got caught in her hair, and it exploded, and she lost her hearing in one of her ears from it. It like blew her eardrum, and I don't know if she ever got her hearing back or not. Yeah, rum and candles always scared the bejesus out of me because it's like you have one of those things just blow up and it's like over. It's like, nope, not a good time. And for the longest time in Georgia, we couldn't even have fireworks. I forget at what point they made them not legal. Um, but we would always bring ours from Alabama because they weren't legal, and we lived 2 hours over the state line. So it was to get to my dad's place in Georgia. We drove 4 hours from Alabama to Atlanta, and then we lived an hour and a half away from Panama City. Oh, hang on, y'all. Let me mute real quick. We have a doggo barking. Impromptu storm just started, so the dog may continue barking for a minute. I'm really hoping that she does not do that. Um, oh, that is bad, Nikki. Like, oh, ow. Yeah, sorry. It's like I didn't realize. I think she's on edge because they have been setting the fireworks off, like little pop pops here and there. So when the thunder and lightning started, she's like, "Oh yeah, we're just gonna bark at everything." Hey, 1 second, y'all. Let me go put her up real quick. Sorry about that, y'all. Hopefully, she will not start again, and she'll stay. She will stay in the bedroom and not start the barking again. She's gotten really shrill lately, too. It's most times she is fine. She doesn't start barking. It's and then she does that. Yeah, it's today was. I was thinking earlier, like maybe they weren't out earlier today doing that because like our pool isn't even opened. So no one like on top of it already being a holiday weekend. The Tuesday's a holiday. They don't have our pool open. They opened it for a week, closed it. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun Fourth of July around here. Really hot, no fireworks, and no pool to go swimming in, and probably storms. So see, usually in Georgia when we hit triple digits, it's like 80 to 90, and then the heat index is what's in the triple digits. So I'm really hoping it doesn't get any hotter than it has been because it was up in the 90s today. Like I think it was like 93. Yeah, the humidity is oof. Uh, so lovely little thunderstorm. I'm hoping I need to check the weather real quick. Let me do that real quick because fun stuff there. Well, it is only 74 right now. So that's a plus. But it is raining, so that's why it's only 74. So what all do we got going on this week, y'all, with everyone? Um, Grace and this is C. Shenanigans. Are y'all gonna be streaming tomorrow or Tuesday, or I don't know exactly what I'm gonna be streaming the rest of this week. Um, because my schedule, well, Mr. Mousey's schedule is a little different this week than it normally is. And we're supposed to be doing a live stream together, but I don't know what day we're actually going to do that on. Oh yes, we did vote for games. So are we doing it on Thursday or are we doing it on Tuesday? What's going on with the game night? On the regular day. Okay. Game night on the regular day. I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow or Tuesday, only because it's like the actual holiday. So yeah, um, I'm still trying to find my weather because of the storm. So that's right. Like I said, I am so tired. I can't even remember what day it is. That's right. So it's Thursday and it's game night, and Sean was like, "I quit listening," and we couldn't vote for both. That's right. I will be there Thursday. But yeah, tomorrow and Tuesday again, holiday stuff. So you know, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna try to talk Mr. Mousy, Brian, whatever y'all want to call him, into doing a live stream for me with me on Wednesday because Thursdays are 30th anniversary of meeting. The day we met 30 years ago. Yeah, Betty regrets that day. Ha ha. Just kidding. It's kind of funny because we both have different perspectives on that day. And um, yeah. So it's storming, and I do not like storms. So I'm kind of tense right now. But the cats seem to be having fun. They're just running around all over the place. They're like, "Storm? What storm? Storm." Yes, everything that Juju said. It is very it is a very cheesy story. My husband is very superstitious, but yet he doesn't believe in, fate. So it's kind of funny. He's like, "No, you totally did that on purpose." I totally did nothing on purpose. Just so y'all know. Nothing on purpose was ever done. So it looks like it's going to be 91 tomorrow. That's going to be fun. There were literal fireworks the night we met. That is kind of funny. I didn't even think about it that way. Yeah, you need someone on the 4th of July, and it's got to be, it's going to be kind of magic right there. What can I say? It was destiny. It was in the stars because we met at night too. So, and the funny thing was, I started not to even go. I started to just blow it off. I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I don't even like this guy. And the funniest thing is there's two Brians in the story. Aw. Oh, y'all, cough, cough, hairball. Okay, it'll be way more cheesy and um hallmarky when we tell it together because everyone is like, "Oh, that's so adorable." Um, uh, the, what was it doing here? Okay, so I guess it's just raining right now, so we've got that. Oh, I just got an email. So apparently, I just won a dozen fish. So yay for my fish. I have an auction to pay for after the stream, like in a couple of days. 'Cause we already made a yeah. I'm so gonna lose a debit card again. I can see it coming. It's like debit card for you, no ma'am. Yep, I got the bid. I won the fishies. So yeah, um, so cheesy love story between me and Mr. Mousy and Fish Nerd and Sean, and a bunch of fish are involved. So it's got to be like a good story, like storytelling, you know, night there. What more can I say? And I bet Fish Nerd and Sean's story is way cheesier than mine and Mr. Mousy's. Like they got all the cheese. You know, they're yeah. I think I lost my internet. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Bring alcohol and puke bags and crackers. You might want some crackers. Bring a snack. It's kind of a long story. Actually, it's not a long story at all. So, Mrs. C got it. Yeah, like I met Mr. Mousy before the internet was like a thing. That's the craziest thing. Like my kids are like, "Well, did y'all talk on the internet?" And I'm like, "No, no, there was no internet. I mean, there was an internet. It's just we didn't use it for that. Like most people were still just emailing. Like there were no real websites at that moment. Oh, see, you know, that's way better story than mine. Like off the rip. Oh wow, that is kind of crazy. Knife person was the best friend. Well, see, then yeah, that's a story that has to get told. We're gonna have to schedule that somewhere. See, like I said, way better story than mine already. None of us were getting stabbed. We were kids. So I think I was no, I was 14 when I met Mr. Mousy. So look at Fish Nerd being all like dangerous and stuff. Like, be like, no, please. Found a knife and a wife. See, we have to hear this whole story now. We are all intrigued. Now, the only thing I've got is like a bunch of jackassery that like ensued after I met Mr. Mousy. Like we did a lot of stupid stuff. Um, there was this old abandoned house that was getting built in his neighborhood. Um, and they were going to extend the neighborhood and they built this house. And while they were building it, it burnt down. And all that was left were the bricks. And yeah, like so many people got hurt in that house. And it was kind of like creepy. Alrighty. Yeah, see, we're gonna have to oh wow. Yeah, you two are gonna have to tell that story. Alright, so I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wind this down because this thunder and lightning is just getting worse. My doggo is scratching at the door and she's gonna start barking again. So um we need like a Hallmark double feature here, guys. So or a book. We could write movies or books here. So, see, that's because, like, when I tell Juju, like, what happened when me and Mr. Mousy met, and then he tells his side, like, it's going to be like a whole nother story. Like, he was telling me things I did, and I was like, I didn't do that. And he was like, oh, you totally did. And I was like, no, I didn't. So, it's kind of funny when you sit down and you tell it together. So, I may have to record it and I'm hoping I don't like premiere it. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to figure it out, but it's gonna get told within the next week, so that's coming. Oh no, 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 no! What's going on, Mr. Computer? What are you doing? Um. Okay, can y'all hear me at all?
because I don't know what's going on with my computer, but it just died. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now because I don't know what just happened, but my whole thing just like shut the heck down. So yeah, because I don't know, my phone's only at like 18%. So I will see y'all Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, if not Sunday. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this now, and I'll see y'all later because yeah, because my computer just was like, but all right, bye y'all.